Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I'm here today for another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 analysis and speculation video for new races. That is right, my friends. New CAC races, custom character races. We're going to be talking about this. My time has come. I've been waiting. Okay, I've been waiting for new races in this game, and we potentially might be getting some new ones. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, this is mainly all just speculation. There is no 100% confirmation that the races that were shown in the trailer are actually going to be playable creation characters that we can do in the actual game on release, okay? We have a lot of information that we don't know about this game yet, right? So before we get into it, be sure to drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, and ring my notification bells, guys. If we can reach over 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours, I'll do another video going over transformations, awoken skills, etc., all the good stuff. If you guys have any recommendations or ideas for future videos and topics, be sure to comment down below, and we'll do a full-on yap session like we are today. So, on screen here, what you're seeing is a concept I made many years ago for Xenoverse 2, where I basically made my own demon race using some mods. And yeah, demons, right? Demon race is a very, very important race in the Dragon Ball Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Online series, and just in Dragon Ball in general, right? They usually stay as antagonists for the most part, but potentially in this game, it looks like because, you know, so many years have passed, you know, 200, 300 years, you know, there are going to be probably tons of mixed races out there, and demons are, you know, or I guess demons, glins, Majins, whatever you want to call them, they're going to be more prominent in just everyday life, right? So the Xenoverse series, ever since the first game, have always stuck to a core 5 races, okay? We have the Majins, which you have a male and a female version. You have Saiyans, male and female. Earthlings / humans, male and female. You just have regular Namekians, and then you have a regular Frieza race, okay? And that's what they literally call them, right? Xenoverse 2 did the same exact thing. They didn't give us anything more or new when it came to character creation for these guys. They just had some different base designs. Once again, I want to reiterate, John 1000 and Jane 1000 are currently the base designs for Earthlings / Saiyans, okay? And I say that just because I don't know what they're categorizing them as. In Dragon Ball Online, which also takes place in Age 1000, almost every single race, I mean, at least for Earthlings, right? Anybody who lives on Earth that looks like a human, right? They have some Saiyan blood within them because, you know, it's so many years have passed. There's been lots of breeding, lots of, you know, mixture of races and things. So eventually it gets to the point where everybody's got some little bit of Saiyan DNA, and the reason they do that is so that, you know, everybody can pretty much transform into a Super Saiyan, just because that is the most popular overpowered fucking transformation, you know, in the series, right? Everybody needs to have that opportunity to have a transformation, and Super Saiyans, or at least Saiyans in general, have the most forms, right? So it would make sense to allow that in a game like this, right? But that's a different topic. I'm just going over that for example. So, yeah, I would assume it would be really stupid if they didn't do this, right? That we will still get our 5 core races that we've always had, right? Now, in the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 announcement trailer, we have a few confirmed races and a few that might be speculation, right? There have only been 5 that I've seen in the trailer. I'm going to make the assumption that your boy Brett is just considered an Earthling. Same thing with you know, John 1000 and Jane 1000. They could be considered Earthlings or Saiyans, right? And only reason I say that is because it is confirmed that John 1000 can transform into a Super Saiyan. We don't know what Brett can do, okay? The reason I'm assuming that he's just going to be a plain Earthling or maybe a human is because of his outfit. He's wearing, I think that's the Crane style kind of outfit. I think the humans in Dragon Ball Online wear a very similar outfit. It's a nice outfit, and it looks very good on him. But that's one thing that I did notice for him, is that he's got kind of like the Crane style, like Chinese gi, right? So that's just an assumption, right? That is not a confirmation. We do not know what Brett is yet unless they, you know, said explicitly what he is, right? We do know that the guy, the punk, the short little punk guy, right, with the pompadour and, you know, the bling and the chains and the earrings and all that, we know he's a Saiyan because he's got a Saiyan tail, okay? So there's your confirmation. of Saiyans if you thought Saiyans weren't going to be in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, the most popular race of all time. Okay, so this one is funny. I say Namekians, and it's literally just Piccolo. I don't know if that's Piccolo or not, right? It's to be assumed that it is, just because it's Piccolo. Like, he can likely live a very long time, right? And again, even with the situation with Bulma, you know, people being like, oh, like, how is Bulma even alive 300 years later and stuff? It's a video game! It's a video game that, you know, has a lot of time travel integration and stuff. So, trying to make logic out of stuff like this it's just a waste of time, in my opinion. Like, there are so many ways that they could explain it, because it is a video game, because it's fucking Xenoverse, right? That these characters, you know, are still alive, right? And we don't know who else is alive. We don't know who might have traveled through time or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, a Namekian is present in the trailer, and it's likely Piccolo, who's just aura forming, right? You only see him from the back. So I don't know what his face looks like, but it looks exactly like Piccolo. The same outfit, everything. Whoever this character is, if it's not Piccolo, this motherfucker stole his whole flow, you know, bar for bar, right? Now we're getting into the new races, okay? The one that, the two that people have noticed and kind of speculated the most, okay? We have the girl idol, K-pop star, whatever, you know, pop singer character, right? She is most likely a demon, okay? And now when I say a demon, she could also be a Glenn slash Kai, you know, type character, because, you know, they're all from the demon realm in a sense, right? You could consider her a Majin. She could be related to Tawa, Mira, and all that shit, right? Those characters are considered like Majin demon race characters, okay? And the reason why that is the assumption is because she's got pointy ears, right? Pointy ears is what they kind of have confirmed ever since Dragon Ball Daima has been a thing, that any character or any person that has pointed ears are demons, right? Or they come from the demon realm, right? Like, that's their origination, right? Their origin is from the demon realm. So we're going to assume that she's a demon. Her outfit and everything screams custom character in a way, right? Like, the way that her outfit is, it's very similar to kind of like, what is it? The Great Saiyaman, or the Great Saiyan Squad outfits, where it's like very, very specific, right? So I'm going to assume that we are finally getting a demon race. I think it's long overdue. I think out of any other race, if we only get one new race in this game, which there's potential that we'll get more, it would be a demon race, just because it's such an important, specific, unique race with their own unique types of transformations and abilities and things. So if they just categorize it as demon, that could include characters like Janemba and characters like the Kais, like Supreme Kais and stuff. Because, I mean, maybe they don't call them demon. Maybe they just call them, I don't even know, bro. Off-worlder. I think in Dragon Ball Fusions they did that. They just basically categorize any character that's from a different, like, universe, dimension, or planet. Like, if you're an alien, you're considered like either an off-worlder or alien type character, right? Dragon Ball Fusions, I think, did a very good job of that, okay? Now, the last character here, and this one is, I would say, a bit reaching, but it's just been the speculation that has been ongoing, and I'll give you the reason why we think this, okay? We think the dude who's driving the car, the buff guy with the long blue slick back hair and the glasses and the earrings, is an android character. And the reason we say that is because, I mean, I'm saying that, and I can believe that, right? Because he has earrings, right? And I know that's a crazy thing. Oh, wow, earrings, right? But no, the specific looped gold earrings, that is a very specific trait that pretty much all the androids have. I think the only exception are androids 13, 14, and 15, who have, I guess, silver or just like regular gray metal earrings, right? But androids, I think 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20/0, as well as Android 21, all have gold earrings. He even has a fucking gold ring necklace, right? So that's a very prominent thing, like a feature that specifically all the androids usually will have, right? So that's why I think it could potentially be an android. That could be absolutely confirmed wrong. This could just be some human driving a car. That's it, right? It could just be as simple as that. But I do find it very interesting that they're honing in, they're showing this specific character with a very, very unique design. You know what I mean? And they do this whenever they're, you know, kind of showcasing characters like you have Brett running around and it shows all these characters, right? Like, just like for a little bit, like you see the android guy, you see the Saiyan guy, you see the, you know, the demon girl, and then you also see the Piccolo character or whatever, right? So I don't think that that was just pure coincidence and them just throwing it in there. No, I think they're showing it off for a reason, to be like, hey, nudge, nudge, these might be some races that you get to play as, right? But we'll see, we'll see. You know, the Bandai and whoever does the marketing and whoever, you know, is orchestrating all of this, they know what they're doing, right? They know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to make us as fans speculate and you know, get discussion out there, basically as free promotion for the game. You know what I mean? So I'm going to use Dragon Ball Heroes here. I've used this in the past because it's such a good foundation, kind of like groundwork for what we could see for actual playable races, because not too many Dragon Ball games out there, I mean, at least like in total, because there's a lot of Dragon Ball games, have avatars, right? Only a few of them really do, and only a few of them do them right. But yeah, we're going to be utilizing Dragon Ball Heroes. As you can see up here, we have Saiyans / Earthlings. Okay, again, you can go, you know, back and forth with that. You know, obviously you're gonna have a male, you're gonna have female versions. You have the Majins right here. Moving down here, you have the Frieza race, which we haven't seen any Frieza race characters yet. Okay, but again, we're going to make the assumption that whatever was in the first two games is all going to be carrying over and improved. Okay, we got the Namekian race again, Piccolo looking ass in that trailer. And then, once again, we have the androids, okay? Very specific design choice for the androids. They all have earrings with the exception of the bio android, which, again, is something that I hope we do see in some way, shape, or form. We have a Frieza race and a Majin race, okay? What is the only other race that is missing that is the big, you know, villain 3? You know what I'm saying? We don't have Cell yet, so I think it would be really cool if we got a bio android race, okay? That's something that we've been asking for a very long time. Down here we have, I mean, in Dragon Ball Heroes, they consider them Kais, but they're Glins, right? So Kais and demons are kind of, you know, from the same realm. So I don't know if they would make them separate or if they'd all kind of lump in together just to make it simple. You know what I mean? But, you know, they don't have the same exact powers, right? But one could say they have similar, I guess, techniques and things, right? But yeah, there's the demon race, which I'm really hopeful that we are getting a demon race. And the last one here is like an animal race, I guess. I know these are gods of destruction down here, but they're you know, very obvious that these are animals. Okay, you have the Beerus looking character, which could be considered a cat. Then you have a what is it? Like a bunny girl. Yeah, bunny character, rabbit, bunny, whatever. And then this one, I think, is either a tiger, a lion, or like a wolf or something. I don't fucking know. I think somebody confirmed what that specific animal is supposed to be. But yeah, there are a lot of cool variety in races. People will bring up like the Era or Hera race or whatever, which is the Bojack race. We have the Cerealians. Granola. I don't think we'll be seeing that, just because, I mean, we've only seen one very specific thing about them, and that's in the manga only right now, okay? But never say never. You never know. How cool it would be if Xenoverse 3 added races as updates as we're getting the anime. That'd be pretty fucking cool, but I feel like that'd be a little bit crazy. They'd probably just make Xenoverse 4 at that point. But yeah, I digress. Yeah, I'm getting into other things. I think that this is... I think we're going to be getting some good shit, okay? At the very least, if they only add 1 or 2 new races, I will be satisfied. Even one race, I will be happy. Okay, one new race, and it being mainly, I would prefer it to be the demon, right? Because there's a lot of variety there. Demon and bio android / android are the ones that I feel like we would need the most, just because there's so much variety and options for those types of characters. And you know, races and stuff. So yeah, man, it's exciting. It's very exciting. Y'all let me know down in the comments what you think. Do you think that the girl, the singer idol character is a demon? Do you think that the guy driving the fucking car is an android or something else? Let me know down in the comments below, and give me ideas for other videos if you have anything that you want me to discuss and yap about as a topic. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet!